things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Hello, welcome to day one. Today we're going to be talking about an amazing stuff. I'm going to be talking about the parts of the guitar. So it's very, very essential to know how what you want to learn how to play works before you start playing songs. So that when I say tune your guitar, or when I say put your hand on the first fret, first string, you know what first fret, first string is. Okay, very quickly, an acoustic guitar has 6 strings. It works with 6 strings. So this is string 1, the tiniest string is string 1 down to the 6th. So it's E, A, D, G, B. You can just summarize it as every Africa deserves God's blessing every day. That's like an acronym to just get this very, very easy. Every Africa deserves God's blessing every day. So now let's just focus on the parts of the guitar. When I come to teach you how to play sulfur notations, I will teach you the names of the strings properly. So now the guitar is divided into 3 major parts. The first part is the headstock. On this headstock, you usually find the name of the guitar. This is the name of my guitar. It's a Smigar guitar. Now, the next part that's very, very, you need to take note of this part because it's very, very important, is the tuning peg of this guitar. This is the tuning peg. These are the tuning peg. They're about 6. Each string has its own peg. And what the function of this tuning peg is used to tune the guitar to its appropriate or standard sound that is required. Now, there are different tuning standards. They are different. Some people want their guitars to sound a particular way so that they can get a particular effect or a particular sound. So there's no one tuning sound. I've seen people tune their guitar in a very, very weird way and the sound they were able to produce was very beautiful. So now that's the function of the tuning peg. So you're playing and your guitar is not sounding well. Maybe it's a problem from this tuning sound you used. So you can either reduce the tension or increase the tension by the use of your tuning peg. You can use an app like a guitar tuner app. If your guitar has a tuner, you can also use it to tune the guitar. So whatever way you want to do it, you can do it very, very easy. So now after the headstock, the next important part on the guitar is the nuts. The knot serves as a collector of all the string. The knot is this white stuff that is here, or let's say is looking milkish. So the function of this knot, it collects all the strings into its proper place. Now, if you look at how these strings are diverging, this one is coming this way, this one is coming this way, this one is coming this way. Is this knot that is putting them in their proper place? That's the function of this knot. So now coming down to the neck of the guitar that I told you starts from the knot down to the body of the guitar. So now important parts you need to take note of on the neck of the guitar is the frets. That's this horizontal line you're seeing. These are the frets. These are the frets of the guitar. Then after the frets, in between 2 frets, you have a fretboard. So now this guitar has about 20 fretboards. So when I start teaching chord progressions, sometimes on the chord progressions you see maybe you see like we'll number the frets 1 to 20, or depending on the number of frets we want to make use of. So when you want to play notes or chords, you put your hand on the middle of the frets. That's the function of. So each of these fret spaces with its strings have a note. They have names. They have their names, which is very easy to understand, and I'm gonna teach you. So now, still on the neck of the guitar, I'll just tell you about these are the strings. I told you about the strings. The string on this guitar is a metallic string. There's another kind of string I know called nylon strings, mostly used by all the Spanish guys that play guitar. Very beautiful. If the solo for you, you're gonna like it. So the next part we should talk about very quickly is the body of the guitar. So now on the body of the guitar, the most important part I want to tell you is the sound hole. So the sound hole is what makes this guitar acoustic. Acoustic means the ability of a thing to produce sound without the help of electricity or without an external means. So now you can play this guitar without lights. Yeah, you can play it without lights. You can hear how it's sounding. So if you've played the lead guitar before, you would agree with me that a lead guitar can't produce this amount of sound. So how this whole stuff works is that when you pluck a particular string, it sends that note, or it sends the sound into this box, into the body of the guitar. You can see this length. This is a whole lot of space inside this body. It sends this into the body, and it sends is like wave, and it also gives it back. So I don't talk about science here because some people that are going to watch this video may not have studied maybe a science course or something. So that's the function of this sound hole. This won't mix this guitar. If you completely close off this sound hole, it will sound a bit loud, but it will reduce the volume or the intensity of the sound. Now, another important part we need to talk about is the bridge of the guitar. The bridge. So on this bridge, the bridge was not showing. So on the bridge, we have the saddle. That's this line here. This is the saddle. The bridge collects the strings from the neck, from the headstock down to the body of the guitar. From the headstock down to the body of the guitar. So on the bridge, we have the saddle and we have pins. These pins press down, they hold down the strings into the bridge. Now, another important part of the guitar is the waist. I will show you the function of this waist of this guitar. It's very important when you want to learn how to sit and play the guitar. Another important part of this guitar is this machine here. This one makes this guitar a semi-acoustic guitar. You can use it to increase the bass, the treble, the volume, tune the guitar, and other stuff. Then this is the end pin. So thank you very much for watching this video. You can like, follow, and share the video with as much people that you know that needs this. If you have a question, you can drop it in the comment section. I would answer your questions, and see you in the next class. Bye.